everybody, it's Caroline Mathis with Keller Williams Realty, and it's October. Someone just said that we are in the last quarter of this decade. Oh my gosh, what the heck? So anyways, let's go over the numbers of what happened in September. I've put in some new slides as well that kind of will give you an overview of the nation as well. So let's get into it. We're going to talk about property prices first in our northern Nevada, Reno Sparks area. Median sales price went down in the past 3 months. We're now median for all homes in Reno Sparks, $395,000. So this graph is going to show you what the median price was in the past 13 months. Last September, we were at $373 for an average price. October, we rocketed up until $385. These past 3 months, since July, we've gone down a little bit, down a little bit, down a little bit. It'll be quite interesting to see what October holds for us. As I mentioned, I wanted to kind of give you an overview of what the forecast is for all of the United States. And this is a percentage change that they're considering that may happen for each one of our states. Nevada, they're anticipating an increase in value of 8.1%. Now, it's just not up northern Nevada or Elko, it's including Las Vegas, Pahrump, and Laughlin, all that area. They are on a big growth spurt right now, and I think that's the reason why they've increased the forecast to 8.1. My personal opinion, I'm thinking we're probably going to be a little bit lower, maybe 4 to 5% in appreciation of next year. That's my gut feeling. On this screen, we always talk about average days to contract by month. This is the time that I plop the sign in the yard and the number of days it takes to get an accepted offer by both you and your buyer. It's gone up about 8 days this past month. In the month of September, they're now saying about 56 days on average in the Reno Sparks area. Neighborhoods are different. It may be a smaller amount of days. Other neighborhoods, it may be a larger amount of days. You and I need to discuss that when we go and list your home. We thought this was kind of interesting, and you have to look at the two ends. 100 to 199.9, 173 days. Not very many homes. I believe there were 2 homes this past month, and one of them finally got under contract. It took them about 173 days to get into contract, so it might have needed just a little bit of work. Then $1.5 million and above is taking about 164 days. That's a special person that's going to be purchasing that home, as you and I are well aware of. Interesting enough, the average 55 days for 400 to almost 500 is about the average across our community. This slide shows you activity month by month with new listings and sales. So, and then the tall gray one shows the inventory that we have here in northern Nevada. You can see that each one of those are a little less than what we've had in the past. So September's solds were 561. The new listings on the market for the month of September dropped to 543. So that equaled a whole inventory of northern Nevada's in northern MLS of approximately 1,330 homes. So everything has slowed down a bit, and our thought is, when I talk to other agents in the area, is we're thinking that people are just kind of sitting back, waiting to see what happens with these China discussions, waiting to see what's going to happen with the inventory. And then we all wish that we had a crystal ball so we could foretell the future. I'm going to throw this in though. You're not going to find interest rates right in this area for hopefully not very much longer, right? We've always discussed that an optimum market is when there's about 6 months worth of inventory. It's not necessarily a seller's market when it gets below 6 months, nor is it a buyer's market when it gets above 6 months. So look at this graph, it's quite interesting. You can see 100 to almost 200 is 1.2 months of inventory, but then you jump up to the 300 to 400, 1.6 months of inventory, not a lot. Then 500 to 600, 2.9, we're about 3 months. Then 400 to 750, look how close it is to 6%, 5.9. 750 to 999,000, 5.5 months of inventory, and then we go up to, from $1 million to $1,499,000, 5.7. Those homes that are below $500,000, there are only a small amount of homes. Be interesting, if there were no other homes that came on the market, we would be out of, in the 300s, out of homes in 1.6 months. Think about that and you're going, maybe I should get into the market and consider buying a home. This graph is from the National Association of Realtors. So while Reno Sparks, Northern Nevada may be seeing a decline, look at the rest of the United States. They too are looking at a small decline. June, 4.4, July, 4.2, August, 4.1 months of inventory. Because there's so much to compile, of course they can't figure out what September is, probably not until November. Hope that makes sense. So let's go back home. Sparks, the median price just wavered just a bit at $377,500. New listings that came on the market, we took a hit in Sparks. We're down 26%, and there were 165 homes that were put on the market. Average days to contract, 47. Price per square foot, 210. Easy calculation. How big is my house? Average house is being sold for 210. This is what I might be able to put my house on the market for. Subtract the amount I owe, and there is your little golden egg. That golden egg can be used towards your savings account. It can be purchasing another house. It can be investing in real estate. Just a thought. Reno's market went down, although not quite as much, so they might as well be at 405 for their median price. But the number of listings really went down 28%. New listings that came in the Reno area, 378 homes came on the market. Days to contract went up 36%. So now it's about 59 days by the time we put the house in, or the sale sign in, and get you accepted offer. The price per square foot, we just spoke about that, in Reno is now looking at about $234 a square foot. I wanted to kind of go over interest rates as well. I don't think we're gonna have these low of interest rates. Who's to say? You know, that darn crystal ball would be so nice, but look at this. This graph shows the past 3 years. So 3 years ago, it was almost 4%. Yesterday, probably August, was 3.6. So look at, if you would have bought a home maybe at the beginning or end of last year, you would have paid a little bit higher interest rates. In the past 2 years, if you've purchased a home, I want you to give me a call, because I want you to talk to your lender and see if maybe they can go and adjust your interest rate. You would have to get an appraisal, but it may be worth that and put more money in your pocket instead of the bank's pocket. If you have questions about that, make sure you give me a call, okay? This is quite interesting. This is, again, a national from the National Association of Realtors. Used to be, when I just got into the business, they would consider a 30% of your income would be allowed to be used in purchasing a home. This is showing you that the historic norm has been about 21%. I need to clarify, though, that this is in fact a conventional loan, so that's 20% down, and then the payments across the 360 months. So what they are looking at, the historic norm is that it would be 21% of your annual income. But look how it has dropped. It is now at 15.7 is what the going amount that is being taken out of your paycheck or your annual income is 15.7% towards purchasing a home. Now we may have high prices, and we reached one of the highest ones this past summer. But look at only paying 15% of your annual income. Wouldn't that be amazing to be able to get in right now to be able to buy a home? If you have more questions, I want you to give me a call. You have my telephone number, and at the end of this slide, we're going to give it to you again. But we can meet for coffee, meet at my office, and let's discuss the pros and cons. And even if you don't have 20% down, you still get to benefit because those interest rates are still low, okay? So you're not out of the market. On another note, and I'm almost done, remember how we talked about the interest rates taking only 15% of your paycheck, your annual paycheck? Look how much rent has gone up, and Lord, do we know how much rent's gone up in Reno and Sparks, right? Another way to get your attention, to get us to talk and figure out how we can get you into a house, okay? Interest rate projections for this next coming year, still below 4, so there is no excuse. We can work on getting down payment assistance for you, and so let's get you into a home. A couple people that have been interviewed, non-financial benefits, 93% say that they've been happier once they've moved into a home. 88% best decision they've ever made was to purchase a home. And 79% that believe that owning a home has changed them for the better. I want to help you get into a home and be able to enjoy that home, and I'm going to be here, so if you have any problems or worries, we can attack those as they come. Hope you have a great October. If you have any questions at all, or just maybe a little curious, let's get together and talk about this. Remember, at this telephone number, I take text. You can leave me a voicemail, probably quicker with a text, but I would love to talk with you. I hope you have a fabulous October. Have fun doing the Halloween events, and I'll see you next month. Thank you so much for your time.